Good evening. Hello, Muggy, Chaos, Oliviero, Puigan. Let's see. How many things do we have to turn off? I'm gonna assume most of this is fine. Interact E, well that's not fine. Sure, it can be controlled. C, scan object, okay, fair enough. Kick E. I assume most of this is fine. Subtitles on. Streamer safe mode on. Radio music source. We're using this feature, you acknowledge the blah blah blah. Default and cut. Okay, we'll stick to default. Sync off, motion blur off. Everything is on high, that's probably good. Okay. A full Pacific Drive experience from the beginning. Start after beginning of the story to drive right into the fray. Shall go through the campaign. Standard experience. Scenic tour. Player cannot die. We'll go with the standard experience. Gathering, crafting, and research requirements are all lowered. I mean, that could be good. I'm generally not into those things. Nuclear journey. Every map will be filled with low-dose radiation that is harmful to the player. We'll stick to the default. The black is... In 1947, the Olympic Peninsula became the staging ground for a promising new technology. Rumors of its utopian creation spread, so did stories about overnight evacuations, unsought disappearances, and unnatural encounters. 1955, the government walled off a section of the peninsula to establish the Olympic Exclusion Zone. For 30 years, the zone's borders grew until the government withdrew and sealed every access point. That sounds a lot like Annihilation. What happened inside was never disclosed. Real quick setting here. There we go. Are the graphics really set to high? I thought this was a bit more realistic looking art style. Maybe I was just wrong.
Sulfur and smoke glows through the snow. Smells like money. Rivers for spines between the dry pines of bones unbecoming. You might have to hang behind me. You might have to hang behind red eyes on the highway.
I don't know how to use the signals. It's not my fault. I was looking for... I can only turn the lights off and on. Nothing about the signals. I'm absolutely gonna crash the car by looking at the dashboard like this.
Ghost on the road. It's a cold one. What a white one. My heart it froze. It's a cold one. Thinking of home. You might have to hang behind me.
Where are we going? Warning. No further details, huh? Is this really the correct texture resolution? Yeah, it claims to be high. What if I set that to ultra? Well, it looks the same. That doesn't look right. 'Cause I don't think this was supposed to look cartoonish. I could just be wrong. I haven't really seen a lot about this. I was under the impression that this was going for a more realistic art style. It is slightly abstract? Okay. Fair enough. Get to safety. Don't think my car is fine. That was unnecessary. So I don't actually have legs.
Hello? Someone out there? Hello? Could have sworn never mind. Francis, the radar's acting up again. You were supposed to tune up this piece of junk years ago.
The wheel back on. Gotta hold? Okay. Summer tire.
Oh, the signal. Yes, it's back. It's back. This is Tobias Barlow and Francis Cook, located in mid-zone Sector B. Do you read me? I'm picking up your distress signal in the outer zone. It looks like you're somewhere around Sector E. Hey, Francis, come here. Yes, it's urgent. Leave that interferometer alone for a second. Something is out there.
Well, someone's...
Hey, we got a live one. Hey, do you copy? Hello?
Sorry, I don't know how to respond.
Is this thing working?
They don't have a transmitter. We won't hear a thing back.
Huh. But if they're stranded, could they mean they're from outside? They're a preacher? Hey, how did you get through the barrier wall? No one's gotten into the zone in ages and lived to tell about it.
And if we don't get them to safety, this one won't either.
That's a good point. Hey, you're in serious danger. The instability's closing in, and it's gonna scramble you quicker than beef in a blender. The closest shelter is a few miles east. Get there however you can, and be quick about it.
Oh, that went well. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. How do I do this? Can I push the car closer? Okay. Wait. Oh, this canister can't hold that much. That doesn't seem like a good thing. How about we just get going?
it is again, that blip on the spectrometer. I've seen that waveform before, but where? Oh, kidding. Could it be? A remnant?
That can't be. There hasn't been one in decades.
Look at that spectral fingerprint and tell me that doesn't match the remnants exactly.
No. What we should be looking at is how fast this creature seems to be moving.
Huh. You know, if I didn't know better, I'd say they're going about the speed of a... No way. No way. Do not tell me. They found a remnant and it's a car this time? Holy Christ! No one's had working wheels in here for ages. Boy, I'd kill to know how a combustion engine's still chugging away out there.
Okay, let's not get ahead of ourselves. First, the creature needs to get to safety. Then we can look into whether that car is a remnant or not.
In my heart of hearts, I already know. They're back, baby.
It's great how the instruction is to drive east, but I got no compass. I see a light source there, so I'm gonna assume that's a good way to go. And that doesn't look good. Oh, was there a compass on the dashboard? Oh, that's a compass. Right. Don't think I can siphon any fuel from these. It's kinda clumsy how with some interactions you have to hold and with some you don't, and it doesn't look like there's any sort of indicator about which one it's gonna be. Emono. Actually, wait, is there an indicator? No, there isn't. I thought, like, there was a tiny symbol. Hang on. Yeah, like, this one has a little arrow above the F. Oh, wait, maybe that is it. Maybe that's where I have to hold. I thought I just saw something that wasn't like that. No, put on drive is a hold, but... yeah, I don't know. It just seems... basically random when that appears.
Who's there? The shop has been breached. You've got 5 seconds to get the hell out before I... ow! My head. It's an emergency broadcast.
Hello, attention. This message is for Dr. Ophelia Turner. We sent a breacher to your garage on official zone business. Now, we have it on very good authority that this person is in possession of a remnant, which has taken the form of a car, and, well,
Get off the remnant thing. She's not gonna care.
right, like I said, super official zone business. Protocol, demands that you keep them alive until we can get them to safety. Now, if you do not comply, I will occupy this broadcast channel with a recitation of the entire collection of poems I've personally written. That's 10 years and 17 volumes, and...
Don't let that voice go like a nail gun to the skull. So, another breacher, huh? How do you outsiders not understand that Arda didn't build that 300-meter wall out there for fun? Unless you're one of the unfortunates who got zapped through. Wait, I just remembered. I don't give a damn why or how you got here. You're trespassing, and I'd kindly like you to get the hell out of my zone. Unfortunately, the barrier wall is as fortified against breaches trying to get in as it is against anyone or anything trying to leave. We have to find you a way out. So you might as well start by fixing up that car. Just don't break anything.
Yeah, the
in my
indicator
shop
seems
with
to
those
be like
soft hands of yours.
one step behind all the time.
What? Oh, you need help? Well, there's a headset somewhere in the garage. Put it on. The built-in diagnostic will tell you what needs fixing up.
Weird how that is a thing. 'Cause this just got a patch, and that's a very obvious bug. You would imagine that that's something that would get fixed very early on. It is something that you notice within minutes. And it's presumably gonna be there all game. There's a lot of information here. Door. A very flimsy piece of oxidized metal will both open and close. Keeps out wind and rain. Barely meets technical specification required to be a door. I have no idea what these are. I have installed a broken steel door and 2 crude doors, and I'm missing 2 doors. Is that the case? Crude door, broken steel door. Okay, yes. Pry bar and duct tape. Why is this red? Maybe that's just what the color they have. And whatever this is. Mechanics kit. How do I pry bar? Oh, I gotta set it. C, assign quick slot. God. Must say I'm not impressed by the UI. Flash shards and road flares. Can I have this? No? It's Steel door? Can I have this? I guess not. Wait, did I just... What happened to my pry bar? Did I just throw it? Well, so much for the pry bar. Yikes, this UI is something special. Friendly dumpster. Scrapper, what is this? What is this? More info? They're into anything and everything out there with this vicarious homemade tool. Reduce items to raw materials in moments and walk away feeling mighty. Why can't I just see my quick slots while I'm in this view? Like, there's this whole area that doesn't have anything in it. Although I assume it's gonna be like a secondary backpack or something eventually. But still, like... Surely you could fit a quick slot somewhere in here. Oh yeah, this UI was not designed by a human. What do I need? I should have... Huh? This was pinned to checklist. Where's my checklist? I don't know. Is this my checklist? Oh my god. This game is hurting me. Certain components and equipment that you will install on your car have abilities that need to be activated. You can assign controls to up to 4 of these using your small panel on the left side of your dashboard. You can drive your car by driving the car. Auto shop is your base of operations. You can jump. Yeah, but I get what I'm supposed to do. I would just like to know, what am I looking at? Because it told me, hey, pin this to your checklist. What is my checklist? Where can I see my checklist? Does the checklist serve any sort of purpose? Like, that's what I'm saying. This was not designed by a human. Is there a control for the checklist? Doesn't look like it, no. Well, it'll remain a mystery. Oh, on the left there's to do. Was that there always? Am I just blind? So when you get items for it. Oh my god, what were they thinking? I need to know before I pick up if I need it, not after. Yeah, I understand why you would ignore it, because it's not useful the way it's designed. Well, and what is the symbol next to F? Oh, open, but there was no door, so the symbol was completely redundant. Again, these symbols don't mean anything. F? What was I trying to do here? Repair putty. What is that? When you don't have time or resources to perform extensive repairs, this is the spit and tape solution that will carry you through and fix up the worst of things. What's R? I don't know. I pressed R and nothing happened. Oh, I put this away. Ow! My head hurts. But still all broken. Seems fine to me. Oh wait, something was... Gas cap? I can't use it on that. My car seems fine? No, wait, something over there. Bumper. Sealing kit. Oh my god. Do I have a sealing kit? I have a spare tire, but maybe I want to save that. Or maybe I don't. Fuck it. I'm sure. It's easier to carry around. A ceiling kit rather than a spare tire. The loose wheel? Do I have a mechanics kit? I do. That'll do. Warning, hands only. I have no idea what that means. Or why I'm installing cardboard boxes into my trunk.
Oh, there's a little prototype of mine in the garage. The ARC device. Hook it up to your car, wherever it'll fit.
ARC device. What is ARC device? Oh, there's more here. Oh no, there's a lot here. Riding shotgun with you is perhaps the most ramshackle and yet remarkable example of technology that you've ever seen. It can monitor the zone, just anchor energy, and casually teleport the entire car and all its contents a short distance. It may be a work of genius, it may be extremely illegal stolen technology, or it may well be both. Chemicals. Sort of domestic substances that are only nominally inert, just waiting for a household chemist with a dangerously narrow amount of knowledge to truly bring them to life. Seems like these are just different materials. Crafting. So much. Doors. There are 7 different doors. Loose wheel. It's wobbling. All the components you have in your car, this is certainly the one you don't want to work itself free. Sometimes the dumpster knows best. The friendly dumpster wouldn't be your best pal in all of the zone if it wasn't handing out things that it thinks you really need. Things you definitely certainly should keep in order to safely make it through the next leg of your journey. I assume this, like, guarantees that you don't softlock yourself. What? You blew it. Yeah, I get it. Friendly dumpster. Okay.
This beauty won't just be your tour guide. It's your North Star and the only way back to safety. Heck, You should consider it the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit if you plan on staying alive. That's how important this thing will be to you. Yes, that's my very own invention. I'll tell you more about it if you live long enough to use it.
Refuel your car. Do you have a pump in here somewhere? Oh, that's a pump.
If you're all set, take a look at the projector against the wall.
Planning a drive. Use the map on the wall of the auto shop to plan your next drive across the zone. Along each route, you'll find different resources and face strange hazards, so make sure you choose your path carefully. Choose between revisiting known junctions to gather more resources, charting new routes deeper into the zone, or taking investigative drives to uncover the story behind why you're here.
This is the zone. Within these borders, all matter has lost the ability to hold a constant physical state. What that means is the shape, size, and makeup of just about everything constantly changes. A mile of grass can turn into 10 miles of swamp in the blink of an eye, and it does. Constantly. It's caused by something we call instability. We're completely surrounded by it, and once you've watched it chew through entire mountain ranges, you'll understand that you don't want to get anywhere near it. We can only survive in here within pockets of stability. That's what you're standing in now. And that's what you're seeing mapped on the route planner. If we're going to find you a way out of the zone, you'll need to build a new antenna. Until then, you won't be able to detect stabilized routes beyond your immediate area. So, you've got to go hunting for parts, and that means taking a drive. Go on, pick a route. The Arc device in your car will then show you where you need to go.
Not scanned. With enough anchor energy, you can summon a gateway. I'm sure that means something to somebody.
Off you go. Make a left out of the garage and follow the access road.
Junction conditions, perpetual stability. Wait. Oh, I thought the marker was in here somewhere. So, well, so far I don't want to disable these markers because, oh god, the UI is... It's a thing. So wait, there's something wrong with my tires. Did I fix this? I don't know what's wrong with it, but it's not good. Just poor condition, I guess. With the previous ones, it told me what the needed equipment was. This one doesn't tell me shit, so I assume it's fine. Until it breaks. Yeah, I fully expect to see this sort of UI become more common in the near future. Because you know this sort of thing is gonna be designed with AI.
Okay, newbie. I'll keep this simple. Don't want to overwhelm that little brain of yours. You'll need a few things to rebuild the antenna at the garage. First on the list is plasma. The woods are littered with plasma generators. Look for a research trailer or a spark tower. That's those antenna things zapping you when you get too close. Both are always accompanied by plasma generators.
Plasma generator.
The Arc device is
Materials.
picking up on some plasma generators nearby. Your headset has a built-in scanner. Use it on the plasma generator, and it'll figure out the tools you need.
I missed what you said. I was looking at that. Impact hammer.
Looks like it's ripe for the picking. Can't get at it with your hands, though. An impact hammer will do the trick.
Impact hammer. Scrap metal, gas cylinder, and gear.
Look at you, out in the zone all on your own. They grow up so fast, don't they? And I'll be back at the helm. Been a long time, old gal. Didn't think we'd, talk again after that whole Sasquatch incident.
Yes, I was hoping to go another decade without hearing your voice again. What, did you finally talk Francis to death?
Hello to you too, Oppie. And no, I'm still here.
I get pressurized cartridges. This UI is actually, like, hurting me on an emotional level.
Find those materials by any means necessary. No one's coming back ever again, so go on and take what you need. Transports, homes, outpost facilities, they've all been abandoned since the zone was decommissioned in 87. Most of those structures won't even be there the next time the instability scrambles the area. So loot to your heart's content, just...
What is the 0 out of 3 on the left? No, my point is that if I look over here and check the impact hammer, it requires 3 scrap metal, 1 cylinder, and 2 gears. Gotcha. But then
Can you not?
if I
was
look
busy
at,
trying to keep them alive.
I'll keep to the
well, I
basics,
can't look at it
promise.
here
They
because
deserve to know what they're getting into.
it doesn't
Fine.
show it to
I'm
me.
giving you
But
60
here it also had
seconds.
6
That
something.
is not nearly enough time to get...
55 seconds and counting.
Okay. The remnants, in short, the road objects...
It's 6
that do
crew
all
for the
sorts of weird
gears?
things.
You
They
make
bind
the
themselves to
gears with...
people, and you're the latest victim. You and the car are inseparable now, so get acquainted. Once the remnant is bound to someone, they become gradually more obsessed with it. It takes over the victim's mind until they go crazy and run off into the zone with it. No one has ever been able to resist its siren call. That fixation is probably worming its way into your brain as we speak. This is the first time we've ever got our hands on one. But we know all about the past remnants, and oh gosh, this one time it materialized as an old copper kettle, and the tea that came out of that thing, it was...
And now I'm splitting the transmissions going to your receiver. Anything critical to your immediate needs will broadcast directly and immediately to your radio and headset. Anything not mission critical will be on a low priority frequency. Those transmissions will be recorded and indexed for you to listen to at your leisure. And by low priority, I mean just about everything that comes out of Tobias's mouth.
Oh no. Wait, what? So I gotta first craft the gear so I can craft the impact hammer. Oh boy. I have a bad feeling about this one. Because I am not into the whole loot, craft, scavenge genre of games. But the premise of this one seems interesting enough. We'll see if it's interesting enough to make me want to scavenge and craft. That hurts.
Well, it looks like you're near one of the old Gorilla radio stations. That ought to be prime pickings for antenna parts. I've loaded its approximate location to your map. Look for an antenna tower up on a hill somewhere.
Locate the radio station. Collect things. Use healing item. Do I have one? Guess I do.
My. Where are our manners? Driver, we never introduced ourselves. Not really. Tobias Barlow, former Artem maintenance manager. Oh, and here with me is Dr. Francis Cook.
I was a R&D scientist researching limb technology right here in the zone.
We live right in the mid-zone. Just a hop, skip, and a jump over another big old wall from where you're at. Oh, and that old bat over there? That's Dr. Ophelia Turner, former director of research and development herself. The mother of limb technology, the maven of electromagnetism.
That's enough.
Resident party pooper.
Yeah, it's like, I haven't seen much of this game before, but I recall that when I saw initial screenshots and some little video, my thought was that UI looks pretty cluttered. But I assumed it was just a matter of, oh, I haven't seen it in action. I'm sure it's better. Anomaly. Spark Tower. Also anomaly. Abductor. Tell me more. Oh, the game doesn't pause. Excellent. Didn't want to read about you anyway. Glittering boulder. These things are discharging huge amounts of energy into whatever they touch. Spark Tower. I mean, I know what a Spark Tower is. It was rather obvious. Abductor. This is a really weird way of saying anything about the thing. Like, I scanned the thing and I got a letter fragment. Oh, fuck the car. Our van got pulled up into a tree. I'm afraid I can't explain exactly what happened, but we're safe. Trust me that we also have 2 hours to wait before a rescue comes hanging 50 feet above the ground. And right on a ridge. Okay, I guess I just haven't discovered whatever I'm actually here for. The rain really doesn't make much of a difference in invisibility, so the wipers aren't that useful. Which is a shame. They added wipers as a mechanic. I was hoping they would do something. I take it this is the radio tower. What's my fuel gauge? Something in here is a fuel gauge, right? I don't know how to read any of this. That's something. Well, I guess I just assume that I have fuel. Pressing T to transfer materials, but nothing is happening. Oh boy, you have to hover over it to have it actually work. Harvested from an old radio station, this broadcast transmitter has been tuned specifically to work within the zone. Oh, I just took it with me, huh?
Instability's ticking up by the second. But you can't get back the way you came. The instability makes all routes one way. And that's where my arc device comes into play. It'll get you back to the garage, but it needs to be charged first. And to do that, you'll need anchors. Take a look at the arc device display. It maps all anchors in the nearby area. Find an anchor and feed it to the arc device to charge it. But don't you worry your pretty little head about how it works. You'll be out of here soon, so there's no reason to learn more about LIM technology than you need to know.
Look at the arc device map. Oh, use the arc device. Anchor site. Okay. Oh, that's the fuel. What are these the anchor sites? I don't know.
I keep thinking, the way you're helping our friend here right now seems positively helpful. It seems like me. You're looking to turn a new leaf or something?
The only thing I want to look at is a 12-year-old whiskey. And the back of this breacher's head when I send them packing.
But isn't it worth taking a detour to run just a tiny little test?
Can't think of a worse way to spend my time.
Please. I've seen you manipulate waveforms with your right hand and knock back a double with your left. Or am I to understand you've lost your touch?
What I'm understanding is that you won't shut the hell up until I test this remnant.
Yep.
Fine. Stop crowding my frequency.
What? Wait, really? Hoppy, darling, you never give in this easily. What's going on?
Francis?
Yes?
How have you not thrown him to the bunnies by now?
80 years old and only getting sharper by the day. You're a legend. A role model.
I'm giving you 10 seconds to get out of my...
Okay, we're signing off.
Hey, driver, good luck out there. And watch out for the bunnies.
They are a doozy.
Did I press something by accident? What is that? Dictaphone recording. It's a rather unnecessary way of communicating anything. To drive to an anchor site. Well, there's seemingly one anchor site right here. I have to drive there according to that. Anchors. Anchors are a source of enormous...
Anchors may look like glowing balls of magic, but it's Limtech through and through. Don't be scared. They haven't exploded in anyone's face recently.
Like how the subtitles are doubled. Source of enormous but extremely unpredictable energy. You can feed them to the ARC device in the passenger seat to extract that energy. Once the device is powered to a certain level, it will be able to open the gateway to get you back to the auto shop. Okay, so it's fast travel. The amount of anchor energy needed to open a gateway will vary by junction, but as long as you make it through the gateway, you'll recapture the energy used to open it. That energy is also used to create items and equipment at the fabrication station. Try to bring back as much as you can. Really don't feel like trying to read anything about the anomalies, because the way it's written doesn't actually give you information in any sort of concise way. Mission item dropped. How do I... Because I can't carry both at once. What the fuck? Where did this come from?
The ARC device is charged and ready. You'll use it to open a gateway back to the garage, but it will immediately collapse the stability around you. So only activate when you're absolutely ready to leave. You do not want to get caught in the storm that follows.
How do I link gateway? Which one? Huh?
You see that glowing pillar into the sky? Drive into it. Yes, it looks like hot death, but it's so much better than getting scrambled by the instability.
Oh, I can select where it goes. That's what it is.
But certain if the zone
Didn't get you that gateway would.
Still don't know what is this thing on my hand and why is it on my hand.
Mention that you're the first human I've sent through that thing. I mean, they've been rodents, but it's
Something radio related.
Tested. Anyway, it worked. So you should have made it back with everything you collected out there. That's the beauty of the gateway. It's the only way to get back with all your marbles intact. Now, take those parts you found into the back room. I'll let you use my fabrication station. For now. That station will concoct ways for you to rig up anything from roof racks to flare guns. Assembling an antenna with those parts you brought back should be easy as pie. But it requires anchor juice to work its magic, so bring back as many as you can. And just because I haven't used that garage in decades doesn't mean you can trash the place. Mess up my equipment and I'll throw you to the anomalies so quick you'll get whiplash. We clear?
Oh, I have to break it. Pneumotubes, also known as tubes, span the zone. Low-tech, low-maintenance method of communicating and delivery. My inventory is full of stuff. I need a broadcast transmitter. I have one. How do I use it? Oh, I dropped it because I had to equip this. And I... Oh, does it not fit in my bag anymore? It's... That's why... Oh. Oh dear. Oh dear. They needed a UI designer for this.
Antenna signals coming through loud and clear. Give it a moment to initialize.
Okay, you can set the hotkeys just by hovering over the item and pressing the button. That's good.
Make sure to empty your trunk before heading back out. You'll need the space.
Where do I... I just want to empty a trunk.
And we're patched. Everything's in working shape, more or less. I've hooked up the antenna to the route planner. Give it a look after you're done peeping through my garage.
So confused. Transfer trunk. What is a transfer trunk? Extra moving capacity is exactly what you'll need after those longer, deeper drives. Why is it called transfer trunk? What do you do with it? Does it go on the car or something? I don't know. And the icon says it's essential, but I still don't know what it is. Tend to your wounds at the first aid station. Is there a first aid station in here somewhere? Oh, right, that thing. Headlights. Did I get a headlight from here? These don't look like headlights. How do I headlight? Huh? What did I... Huh? I put my tool in there. How do I get it out? I think I put my tool in there. Okay. I still repeat the question. What is this and what do I do with it? Can I... God. Can I place it on the back seat? No? What is the point of this item? Why is it essential? It's just for hauling shit around the base? I feel violated with how stupid this OUI shit is. No, no. This is fine. I have no idea how to repair a headlight. You know, does it really want me to go 100%? Seems like a waste of putty. I guess this is just recommended, so I really don't have to. Okay, how do I deal with the headlight situation? Workbench. Do I know how to make? No, I don't know how to make a headlight. Can I just find a scrap headlight somewhere? The battery jumper? Crude panel. Oh, hey, I could use a bumper. Do they stack? Not that much. And vac? What even is this? It's a vacuum cleaner. I like how my car's condition went down as I put the bumper on. Am I missing a door? No. I'm missing some panels though. That tire is totally busted, isn't it? Does that do anything? Yeah, it does. Okay. I don't know if it... It's not doing anything on the UI on the left. Oh, the UI is just not updating. Oh boy. Oh boy. What's the car still missing? Oh, a door. Wait, is this door... I guess the game might not make a difference between the trunk door and normal doors. Sure doesn't. Battery jumper and headlights. I got no clue what to do about the headlights. Oh, does that just... Hang on. Transfer everything important here. Oh my god, I'm actually losing my mind. Like, the more I look at it, the more obvious UI issues I notice. Like, for instance, look at this locker. You have two options. You can see the information on it. Great. Or if you tap F, you can open it. Then we have this transfer trunk, which again, if you hold tab, you can get the information on it. Great. Oh, actually, hang on. It just to give you the information on it, it gives you information on a property on it. And you can scan it. Oh, sorry, that's just tap? No, it's just... Huh? Gives you more information on it? And then it has the hold F to pick it up thing. What it doesn't have is the icon to just open it, which is tap F. You know, the same icon this thing does have. Like, could you be consistent about this? And previously it didn't have the R to place the thing from your hand into it icon. Ah! It hurts! A headlight? Can I make a headlight? A crude headlight? Materials needed. Oh. No cost. Fabricate unlocked. Prerequisites none. Can I make it then? Huh? I thought I looked on the workbench and I didn't see it. Oh yeah, it is there. Requires things that I have. Craft. Okay, I have a headlight. Battery jumper, road flare. Put it in here. Fuel can. What happened to my road flares? I had some. Did I accidentally throw all of them? I had a fuel can. How do okay. My fuel can indicator is still that I haven't done it. Oh, never mind, it's just slow. Oh, I used the flares for the headlight? Oh my god, my brain is hurting. Can I make more flares? Relightable flare. Do I do I want that? I guess. What is this and why is it? Oh. Oh, sure, I put the pry bar in there and summer tire. Can I rotate these? Yes. Good. Still says road flare, but can I just make a... I can't make a battery jumper, it takes electronics? And wait, I thought I just got a blueprint for the thing. Huh? There. What was... Huh? I got the blueprint from under lights, but it's not here. It's under tools. Oh, it requires road flares. I need road flares and electronics to make everything. Oh, I got my road flares. Hang on, wait. Oh, I don't need that anymore. I got the relightable one. Then I need a battery jumper. Electronics. Do people actually like crafting in video games? It's recommended, but it's also a good way to understand the mechanics to do it. And oh boy, do I need to do it to understand anything, because... Jesus Christ. They must have used some early AI to design the UI. No human is capable of this. Wait, I thought I... What? Uh-huh? I thought I was only missing electronics. Did I just put this in the... No. It apparently takes these into consideration. Maybe the flashlight used one. Oh, what? How? What did I do? Oh, whatever. Let's say we're good to go. What are we doing? Where are we going?
Ready to make this remnant verification a one-and-done thing? I'm sending you to visit Colossal Cappy. If that old anomaly doesn't induce electromagnetic resonance in your car, then we're free from Tobias's fever dreams and we can get you out of here. With that antenna fixed, you can now detect stabilized road junctions in the outer zone. You've got a stable route heading straight to Cappy's front door, but the energy readings are off the roof. I advise you not to take the zone lightly. You better gear up or you may not survive the trip. Which would make my life easier, so your call.
Where am I going? There. Is that where I'm going? I don't know where to begin to ask questions. Why does it say car maintenance recommended driver's checklist next to that icon? It's the mission name? Hang on, can I go to details? Oh, that doesn't help. I mean, I don't... Can I see missions somewhere? Yeah, that's kind of what... Oh, there's missions. Okay, so... Oh, look at this piece of UI. Something wrong with this sealing kit? Do I care enough? No, how do I open this door? It's the real question. Does it open automatically? It does not. Where's the button to open the door? Did I select? I thought I did. I guess I didn't. What is this? Why is that marked as an objective? Your screen on the left side to assign dashboard. Assign abilities? I don't even know what this button is. Let's assign something to this instead. Handbrake. Oh, actually, no. Is it, that's spacebar. Yeah. Shift? Maybe. Oh my god. And I'm the guy who likes System Shock UI.
Oh, you know what my favorite remnant was? The record player. You remember Francis? You play records normally, but then every now and then you hear weird voices. Like that one time it was my 5th grade lunch lady.
This again.
You know, the sooner I get this out of my system, the sooner you can have some peace and quiet.
Fine.
Hey, atta girl. Oh boy. Hey, driver, listen. Of all the legends, of all the stories that have spawned in the zone, trust me, there are so many. Remnants, one of the best.
I'll start from the beginning. In 1964, strange objects began appearing throughout the zone. They were shabby, cast-off things that were imbued with strange properties. A broken microwave that froze food instead of warming it. A rusty can of paint that produced every color in existence. Always so out of place that people were irresistibly drawn to them.
Yeah, you know, like a mysterious car in the forest, right?
I thought the thing in front of me, the purple thing, was like a direction indicator leading me to that, but apparently it was an anomaly. My bad.
Tobias mentioned that the remnants bind themselves to people, like the cars done with you, and how that led to obsession. These obsessions always started innocently, a sudden interest in model train sets or collecting old road signs. The objects themselves would exhibit anomalous properties, but what didn't in the zone, right? That in itself wasn't cause for alarm. But these fixations would only grow worse, until its victims could think of nothing else but the remnant.
And they always ended with spiraling into madness and disappearing in a mad chase after something. Sorry, driver, it doesn't sound fun, but better to know what you're up against.
Could the remnant's victims still be out there somewhere? I mean, we never heard from them again, but it doesn't mean they all died, right?
If the madness didn't kill them,
And the zone did. Anyway, it's been 20 years since the last remnant sighting. We thought they were long gone.
Until you found the car.
So should I drive into the ditch? Guess so. Wait. I just got an achievement. While driving, remain airborne for 6 seconds. That happened.
I wonder if you're already feeling the remnants' effects, driver. Have you been fixating on the car, maybe?
If only we knew where remnants came from. Then we have a place to start on how to help you. This is no typical anomaly.
Right. Yeah. The anomalies we know, they're creepy, crawly, and weird. Like visible manifestations. The remnants were the only ones that wormed its way into your brain. There's something much more.
It was a very loose definition of flying. This is not good. It seems to be fine. I mean, the story seems like it has promise. Or the setting, rather. The story itself is... well, there isn't much yet. Oops. My understanding of what's happening right now is that some people who are observing the zone noticed that something happened there, and that something was me accidentally ending up on the zone and finding this car, and this car is some sort of special item that they call a remnant. And now they want me to bring the car somewhere. You know? It's a solid enough start for the story. How I got here is something you can gloss over. It's a thing that needs to happen so the story can happen. So whatever.
God, Sierra. Never wanted to think about this place ever again. Edor Town. Colossal Cappy is smack dab in the middle of where Sierra used to be. You can't miss it.
It is a bit of a shame that it's divided into zones like this.
Driving straight towards the largest honking anomaly in the zone?
You want to know if there's a speck of remnant energy in that car? This is how you do it.
You're using Cappy to amplify the remnant signal. That's insane.
So I imagine this could be a bit like a Death Stranding kind of open world with a lot of nothing in it.
Well, they'll be fine.
It's not
But just
fine.
largely comfy driving.
The Colossal Cappy's still giving off after all these years. To achieve any sort of resonance, the driver's going to have to get right up against Cappy.
I get you, Francis, but Oppie's got a point. Any remnant energy lingering in the car is too weak to detect with conventional methods.
Really? You're gonna take her side?
This isn't about sides. That's a good plan.
I won't risk someone's life just so we can log another remnant sighting.
It's
The
like,
driver can make their own decision. I'm not
Keep
forcing
talking,
them to
okay.
do anything. For all I care, they can lay down and wait until the instability takes them. That would get them out of my hair much faster than all of these shenanigans.
because what if it was Euro Truck Sim meets Stalker? Like, that sounds pretty cool to me. Backpack with nothing of interest.
No response. Maybe you need to get closer to Cappy's core way up there. Can you find a way to high ground?
Sounded normal. Oh, up there? Well, I guess this is the way. Maybe not. Kinda, yeah. Is there any way through here? Oh yeah, right there. But while I'm here... just bust everything. Because electronics might be useful and they're not everywhere. What is that symbol? No clue.
Car's still not close enough to Cappy.
What now?
How about, launching the car into Cappy's core?
I'm sorry. What?
It's simple. The driver jumps the car into the heart of the anomaly, and if I time it right, I'll open the gateway and extract them.
And if you don't?
I've run some calculations. I think it should be fine. Anyway, it's like they always say, what's an experiment without some risk of total annihilation?
Who says that exactly?
In no way, shape, or form should we be doing this.
Well, but you know, if it's the only way. You got this, kid, for it.
Surely I can't just floor it. This doesn't really tell me anything about that. Is it just gotta move out of the way as I drive? No. Transmuter. God, can you just tell me what it is?
Can you hear me? Cappy fried my transmission systems. Thought I lost you for a moment.
Well, it all worked out, didn't it? The gateway got you out, and it looks like the Arc device is still intact with all the data it's recorded from your drive. And my plan worked. Cappy amplified the car's signal and it matches. Looks like Tobias and Francis found their remnant after all. Unfortunately, what they've been saying is true. The remnants drive their victims mad. Maybe that car, having sat dormant for this long, will give you a little more time. Sorry, I don't have better news for you. I'm still game to get you out of here. The faster you leave, the longer you'll have to enjoy the rest of your sanity. None of the routes you've mapped so far leads to a way out. Why don't you head back out and chart some more? You can get in touch with Tobias and Francis while you're out there.
So my scrapping tool is in poor condition. How do I fix that?
Have you found the friendly dumpster yet? It's behind the shop. If you're ever in dire need, pay it a visit. As much as the
Oh, I
zone
just
takes
made a
away,
second one.
sometimes she also provides.
Can I scrap the scrapper? No. Why is this one important but this one isn't? They're the same item. But it's already practically broken. Guess I'll just go waste it on something until it actually breaks all the way. There we go. Sealing kit. Did I have one? No, they're both in bad condition. Sealing kit. Oh, it's single use. Okay. What was this again? Oh, more sealing kits. Do I care? Does it matter that they're busted? They're crude anyway. I can finally make that battery jumper that I was supposed to have. Wait, what happened? Huh? Did I make one? Oh, I didn't hold it down enough. I mean, if the tips are how to control the game, then yeah, that's really 90% of my issues here. Because I feel like the things I'm struggling with are not things that I should be struggling with. They're things that simply aren't communicated well. So, just go anywhere is the goal now? Explore the zone. But, I thought we had a plan. When... how did it go to... do the thingies to... just do something so quickly? Did I... I want to understand. Oh, just look for a way out. Okay.
The train is pulling out the station. The wind is blowing us away. Somebody stop this force on me. I have a fear about the future. 'Cause when you're building something new, you never know
Why do we even have to go to the map here? I already marked the destination. But if we have this screen here, why do we have to select destination at the garage? It hurts. What am I... why am I here? I don't really know why I came here. Well, I don't see an exit here. Can I go back? But what do I loot? But I guess I'll go to these anchor signals.
Holy moly! You kidding me right now? Poppy, you saw it too, didn't you? Tell me you saw it too.
Saw what?
What do you mean, what? Hallucinations, like the ones from 1961. It happened again, just a quick blip, like blinking your... Wait, you didn't see it?
I was in a total blackout. Colossal Cappy fried my systems.
Right, because sending the driver head first into Cappy didn't work out like you said it would. Big surprise.
Spare me, Francis. The driver's alive and your remnants verified. Isn't that all you wanted? Now, why are you two yapping about the mass hallucination?
When Cappy amplified the remnant signal, it triggered another hallucination event. But it only lasted 3 seconds this time.
And not only that, we picked up that its source was
Northwest of us, specifically...
Yeah, somewhere in the deep zone.
That's impossible. It's been
40 years.
Oh? Oh?
And that's not all. This hallucination wave that triggered, we picked up its waveform. And it turns out it's equal and opposite to the remnant's waveform. They're paired signals. It means they're related. And what's more, if we bring that car to whatever this mass hallucination source is, we have a chance of nullifying the remnant and breaking its bond with the driver. A simple destructive interference.
This is insane! After all this time, we find a remnant, lead on the mass hallucinations of 61, and a possible way to free the driver? Pinch me, Francis, because this is the best thing that's happened in decades. Just when things were getting dull.
the remnants.
Was key to the mass hallucination. This whole time.
Yes, and you nearly destroyed it.
I need to go.
This is you, Princess. We have so much work to do.
I know, I've already pulled every report on the mass hallucination event. Driver, listen, you stay safe out there. We'll report back to you once we've gone through all of this data. There's a lot of it. And be careful. He's not in the right mind, okay? So, watch yourself.
I think I'm dead. That doesn't look good, whatever that thingy on the map is. I'm stuck. Well. There we go. Well, it's a bit late now, I think. I mean, I'm dead. I knew I had to get away from that, but I was stuck. And the writing is actually annoying me at this point. Because, okay, we have 3 voices in the radio who clearly know a lot of things, but they only talk among each other and refuse to elaborate on anything to me. Like, what fucking mass hallucination? Should I feel invested in the story when I don't understand the very basic Like, come on now. The whole... Shut up!
I owe you an apology. I screwed up. I nearly got you killed. The things I used to calculate as easily as turning a screwdriver, they're foggy now. The numbers don't work themselves out like they used to. I haven't been myself for a long time, but I haven't needed to be. It's been me and this cursed place I created and nothing else for decades. But now, knowing that whatever caused the mass hallucination is still out there, I need to know what it is and why the remnants are connected to it. Francis was right about the remnant and the mass hallucinations' paired signals. If we can get them together, maybe they'll cancel each other out and you'll be free. It's a shaky theory at best, but it's the only lead we've got for now. You can do nothing and twiddle your thumbs until that remnant drives you mad. Or,
It's doing a
if you're
good
willing
job.
to work with me, I'll give you the best chance to survive this thing. Think it through. And fix up your car while you're doing it. You'll need to for whatever you decide from here.
Yes.
Are you making use of my fabrications?
Driver, I'm
Shut the fuck
sorry
up.
to interrupt. I know you've got a lot on your plate, but if you get a moment, I sent you something through the pneuma tubes. Think of it as a personal project. It's not urgent.
It's like, it's the age-old trope about the protagonist being some new kid in town who doesn't know anything. It's like, hey, great way to tell the player, like, or have the character ask all the questions that the player needs to know that everybody else in the in-game world already knows. But if you're not gonna use that to have anybody explain anything to the character, me as the player, I'm just gonna be like, well, I don't fucking know what you're talking about. Am I supposed to care? I'm no writer, but that seems pretty basic to me. Like, they could at least tell me things on a need-to-know basis, and they haven't even done that. They've just kept me in their... It's like they've kept me in their group chat where they really just talk among each other about things only they know about. Like, that's what I'm thinking. I do feel like I should be writing about this to the Atlantic. It's like they forgot I'm in the call. Oh my god. Can I play a good game for once?
Thank you. I won't waste your time, I promise. I just would like to put a suspicion to rest. A while ago, I found out about something Oppie had been working on. She told me she was trying to map out or at least track unreachable areas within the zone. The instability constantly scrambles the landscape, so the method to even map destabilized areas has to be dynamic to stay accurate. Her working theory was that if you could trace the physical matter itself, you could determine a stable layout and a path to it. I don't know what state her prototype is in now. I don't think she ever got it working. But I think I have my own working theory. I know there's a lot happening, so I'll save the details for later. But if you could just help me out, it'd mean a lot to me. You have to understand, Oppie would never work with anyone on this, let alone me. And I just have a hunch. Look around for the machine. She called it the Zeti system. Huh? She keeps everything, so it has to be somewhere in that garage. Probably. When you find it, go on and install the hardware I sent you. That should get it up and running, and that should connect me.
I like how the quest list doesn't fit on screen anymore. I can collapse one of them. Oh, never mind. I can collapse all of them. It's just... the indicator is just wherever it wants to be. How do I install the Zeti connection upgrade? It's like... I kinda wanna stick with this because it's... the whole setting is interesting and the premise of having everything revolve around this car. Like, that's an interesting premise, really. And I previously had experiences where a game feels like shit for the first couple of hours. But then once you really get into it, it's really good. Case in point, Resident Evil System Shock. Like, maybe this is one of those. God almighty. They really dropped the ball with the UI and the writing. They're kind of big things. What do I do with this thing? What? Is it?
Oh, this... This isn't quite what I thought it was, but maybe this could be useful. It's far more localized, and I'll need more time to really figure this out, but it seems to be waiting for input. Driver, can you check the route planner?
If you're ready to do this with me, here's a spot of good news. We aren't completely helpless when it comes to the instability. Back when the zone was active, we built ways to get where we needed to go. I need you to head back towards Sierra. But don't worry, I won't make you jump into Cappy again. When you're feeling up for it, take the route back to Sierram. I'll tell you what's next once you're there.
Or you could keep me in the loop and tell me now.
Mass hallucination. I can't believe it happened again. I can't believe I missed it.
How can you talk so much but convey so little? Dangerous challenge runs. Got it, not interested. No, get me out of this view, I don't care.
This is quite different. No wonder Oppie abandoned this. The source of this data is quite old, but with my additions, it does seem to have updated the locations when you booted it up. This isn't the kind of map Oppie talked about wanting to make, but I think we can make this work to track a specific location despite the instability. This will be similar to planning a route, but it might be a challenge, driver. I'm really not sure what to expect.
Yeah, I want out of this. Oh, I can't leave? No, I don't want that. Let's just mark the path to the actual destination. Which was it that? Why is it a question mark? I've already been there. Oh, I need scanner charges? That's a thing? What are they? What's a scanner charge? What's this icon? What? Huh? Where did this come from? I can't even tell what... Oh my god. I still don't understand this dumpster thing. Seems like so much of stuff they're doing, they're trying to have an in-world explanation to everything, and then they just have a magic dumpster. Huh? Wait, then I have the hard drive. Oh my god, the objective log is broken too. If you didn't notice, the second objective, Expeditions, the first part of it is pick up the Rivoan hard drive. And it wasn't marked as completed, even though hard drive is in my inventory. It is actually in the quick slot 4. It wasn't marked as complete until I pressed 4 to have it in my hand. And now I can put things away and it's still marked as complete. It is just broken.
Oh, wow. Yes, this will work with Oppie's Arc device. But there seems to be some restrictions about what
No,
you can
I
take with
don't
you.
want.
What you're seeing is the track location and the area
Do
surrounding
not want.
it on a more localized scale than the route planner.
I just wanted that
This will be
objective to
dangerous.
go away.
It'll take a lot of anchor
Ca-
energy, but the Arc device can still get you back through a gateway. We could get a lot of data this way, and from
That's
that,
missions?
more locations when you return.
Hide expeditions, I don't
Look out there,
care.
driver.
Hide
And be
cosmetics,
careful.
I don't care.
While you're out, I'll keep looking through what we've got, and I'm looking forward to seeing the data you bring back.
I got no clue what I could possibly want. Maybe a steel door. Or I need to research steel sheet. Oh, it doesn't... Would be nice if you could, like, go to the steel sheet from here. But now I gotta find steel sheet first. Okay. Investigate that. No, no, no. Now I can fabricate that. Now I can make better doors. And panels. Insulated doors. Car is still absolutely busted. And missing a door. I can now make a better door, right? Look at that. It actually looks like a door. Actually, that's so busted it's not even worth repairing. I make another door. I have a steel sheet in my hand. No, it's not a steel sheet. It's... Oh, it's a crude panel. Okay, can I make a steel sheet? Yes. Oh, I can make it in here directly. Is that the case? Okay. Finally, it's beginning to make some sense. Are we decent? Ish. Okay, we're good. I can't do this. How do I use this thing? Me equip that. Okay then. Warning, matching paint. Oh no! How horrifying! Bar went backwards.
And about those anomalies, I don't recommend you spend much time around them. Unless you've got a death wish, in which case, be my guest. When we're all dead and gone, limb technology but a footnote in the history books, the anomalies will remain. They're the legacy of our work here, and the Olympic Peninsula belongs to them now.
You don't bother telling me anything about what they are. Why would I care about such things? Like, that's some cool stuff. Can I go take a look? Try to scan it. Can opener. Some of the upgrades seem to require scanning anomalies, so worth a look. Oh, look at this here. Wriggling wreck. It's a trap, it's a goddamn trap, it's a monster. This place is learning how to ambush us. You know what that means? It means it doesn't want us here. This place doesn't want us. Our whole ass part of the world just rejected, blah 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 blah. What is it? Some kind of wicked new wildlife ready to spring at us. But only us. Except, you know what? It's not like wildlife. Also, there is absolutely no wildlife in here, is there? Animals don't attack one another. Yeah. Yeah, that was nothing. Can I get around it? Like, that's a cool moment. That's more like what I want from this game. Like, some sort of anomalous roadblock that you have to find your way around in a car. Like, that's pretty unique. More like that, please. Don't see that in most games. Oh, hey, there are birds. Some wildlife still exists. am I looking at? Is my own car? Yeah, it is. I was like, what the hell? That is bright. That wasn't there when I arrived. Nice, the door is open. Let's be real, I should close it. Can I close it? Not from here. It's gonna fall off. Otherwise, I'm sure. Also, are the roads somewhat randomized? Because I have been to CRM before and I didn't drive through this area. And I'm not sure if that's randomization or me just not understanding how to read the map. Both seem plausible. I see. So partially procedural. Oh yeah, like, that sort of drive is nice. That sort of drive is what I was hoping for. If only it wasn't buried behind layers and layers of mess. Because that was cool, for two reasons. One, I didn't have to deal with the UI practically at all. And two, the other characters didn't talk.
There's a whole lot standing between where we are and the deep zone.
What is the
Like another
deep zone?
wall And the entire mid zone, for starters. It's not as simple as driving there. We can't
What is the
control
mid-zone?
instability any more than we can control the weather. At the height of LIM R&D, thousands of us
What's
lived
LIM R&D?
here in the zone. So we built LIM stabilizers to make certain sectors and roads a little more predictable than others. It was the only way we could operate as a live research compound despite the instability. And yes, the same technology that destabilized the landscape in the first place. LIM technology was always a
What's
double-edged
LIM?
sword from the beginning. We're going to put those stabilizers to work and clear you a path. The old observation towers surrounding Sierra Mortar have a map of the stabilizers in that sector. Mind swinging by and finding one?
No, but she is telling. She just told a lot about. Oh yeah, at the height of Lim R&D, blah 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 blah. That is not thing I need to know. But why I need a stabilizer and what is a stabilizer? That I do need to know, and that is what she's not telling me. She likes to talk. She's just not talking about anything actually important. It's like, either tell me what I need to know or shut up. So is that an anomaly that I should be scanning? Pothole. What did I mean by mess? Oh, the UI and the narrative. Those are both pretty colossal messes. Yeah, but she is giving you the wrong pieces of info. It's actually worse than nothing.
The towers are locked up tight, but you can tighten up security protocols all day, only for one disgruntled employee to program in his name for fun and mess it all up. Anyway, the overload code is 4735. Find that stabilizer map and scan it for me.
Oh boy. I was assigned to clean these towers out every time the guards rotated.
From things I saw. Let's just say that keeping a watch on Sierram day in and day out did not make for a good time. I didn't envy those guards one bit.
No, but in Control, Alan Wake and Half-Life, you still had enough information to understand what you were doing at any given time. And why you were doing it. Here we just have NPCs who talk and talk and talk without telling you anything. Yeah, but you don't need to know what a resonance cascade is. You don't really need to know what sort of science you're doing. Effectively, it's just your role in this science is to push a cart. And that is just the MacGuffin moment. Because that whole thing is just effectively forgotten after that. All you needed to know that you did your part, things went to shit. And it's like 5 minutes from the start of the game. And after that you can basically forget it. I still don't know what this is. Well.
I got it. I'm overlaying the map with the available routes near you. There you go. Found 3 sector stabilizers that'll do the job. They're not too far, so I've added the location to your route. The access road will lead you straight there once you're ready.
Why is that door open again? It seems to have a mechanical fault. Yeah, I'd say that the difference between the narrative of this and, say, Half-Life is that in Half-Life the whole science part that you have to do narratively is far less important, and you spend far less time on it. What the fuck are you? Broken Bunny. Get out of here. Whatever you are. And the door is open again. But yeah, these actual driving moments. These are cool. Nice music choices too. Very fitting. Oh, come on. Get out of here. While I'm here. Close the door. I haven't scanned one of these, I think. But yeah, like that's a very specific kind of mood that this game achieves. At its best, when you have this nighttime, foggy, dead and somewhat hostile feeling area where you gotta drive slowly and carefully. And the radio is playing with slightly low quality, some nondescript radio-friendly rock. Yeah, there was a red dot, I ignored it. I mean the style in general. Why does this still have a marker? Proceed to next junction. Like, if that was the goal.
The woods there can be a bit of a maze. If you get lost, follow the pipes. The Limtech in those stabilizers ran so damn hot, only more Limtech could contain it from complete meltdown.
Oh, now I see something red. Go take a look. It's close by.
It's my turn to give you an explanation about the mass hallucination event that Tobias and Francis were going on about. But don't worry, I won't be nearly as long-winded, because there honestly isn't much that we know about it. It happened on the morning of September 14th, 1961. My colleague, Dr. James Kay, was conducting experiments at a highly classified site in the Deep Zone. He was assisted by my husband, Dr. Alan Turner. At 0400, their experiment unleashed a gamma-ray surge that instantly killed both of them. The surge was an impossible amount of energy, orders of magnitude greater than any man-made source. It also triggered hallucinations in anyone awake within a 10-mile radius. It was a burst of widespread insanity, but only for a short moment.
Okay. Why is that fucking door? Right, I was gonna check out the red thingy. Yeah, zero current relevance, but at least she said something. What is this? What is this? What the? Suddenly plastic. So what are these? Are these things I can put on the car? Somehow? I don't know how to use it. Well, it's now somewhere under the car, so it's gone. But before I was so rudely interrupted by OP, I was about to say that I have the streamer mode on that removes a lot of the licensed music, I assume that there is. But I think whatever music they have now. Yeah, I figured it's a hood ornament, but I didn't know how to use it, and then I just said fuck it. But yeah, this music, which I don't know if this replaces the licensed music or if licensed music is something in addition to this. But I kind of really like how unmemorable this is. It sounds so... I feel like I have to use the word generic, but I mean that in a good way. As in, it fits. The door opened again. Fuck's sake. Yeah, it might get old after a while, but still, it is the sort of music that works in this context. Like, you know what what that whole sequence in the previous map where it was nighttime and foggy and scuffed roads and that sort of music, that reminds me very specifically of the moment in my house where you see the car that has crashed.
You know, 30 seconds of hallucinations sure didn't feel short when I was free falling through outer space.
Heck of a ride, though. Did you know the Rings of Saturn sing?
I saw disembodied arms. Tons of them. They were grasping and crawling.
And, what about you, Oppie? What did you see?
I saw nothing.
How is that possible? Everybody else saw something.
Must have passed me by. I don't know what to tell you.
But were you working in your lab that night?
And weren't you supposed to be doing your research rather than keeping track of my whereabouts?
Okay. Wow. Touchy.
Yeah. Very specifically, that exact moment is what this reminds me of. But this is not the way. This is. So I do wish that the rain had a much bigger effect on the windshield. Because, come on, we have this as a mechanic. Make it more important. The rain doesn't really affect the visibility at all.
Now that we know the remnants were connected to the mass hallucination, maybe we can figure out what caused it.
Oh boy, do I have theories.
Don't start. Dr. K and Allen clearly uncovered some new way of using Lim to motivate that gamma ray burst.
Oh, yes, precisely. Where do gamma rays come from? But outer space.
Feedback on planet Earth, kid. There are plenty of terrestrial sources of gamma rays. Thunderstorms, for example.
No. You said it yourself. The energy levels from that night are much greater than anything we've seen on Earth.
Sure, but going straight to aliens, well, there's countless perfectly scientific possibilities. Perhaps Dr. K and Allen developed a limb-assisted mass particle collision. Or, heck, tapped into some sort of gamma ray reservoir.
A reservoir? Or a portal?
A portal. To where exactly?
To Atlantis.
Of course! Now, why didn't I think of that? That's absolutely it.
And the door opened again.
Hey, Oppie. You've never cared about any of the zone's stories and superstitions. So, why now? What's in this for you?
What I do is not and has never been any of your business.
You're asking us to trust you. So yes, it's our business now.
How about this? You two sign off and count orbs or whatever it is you like to do.
And I'll get the driver to the mass hallucination source myself.
Excuse me?
No. Tobias found this remnant. This is his discovery.
Sure.
And I'll send you a nice gift basket to mark the occasion. But I won't let anyone interfere with this.
The hell with that! We either throw everything we can at this thing, or we lose this chance, and the answers to the mass hallucination are gone forever.
This isn't like one of your little Sasquatch hunts. I'm not letting you get your tinfoil pseudoscience anywhere near this. This is too damn important to me.
It sure didn't seem too important earlier when you messed up and nearly killed the driver.
You wanna
Yeah,
play that
I
game?
realized there's a lot of loot
Wanna
everywhere.
talk about our track records?
I just have no interest in it.
You, Oppie.
I'd rather run this
I'm
remnant into the
not a
ground
loot
than work with
goblin.
either of you.
Oh, forget it. We're wasting our breath with this old man. There's gotta be another way.
She's out of her mind. I can't do this.
Look,
Like, I'm sure
you want to waste your
it would be
precious
good
time
to
making
get some,
bird
but
droppings and squinting
I
at
cannot bring
constellations
myself
by
to
all
care
means.
about
Follow their lead.
checking out every abandoned car and
I'll get you through.
destroying every meaningless piece
It's
of
my last chance.
metal that I run into. I struggle to think of any more boring things to do in a video game.
The tracks are jumping on their own now.
Door open in 3, 2, 1.
My aching soul is terrible. My aching soul is terrible. My aching soul is terrible.
These sorts of crates I can just about bother with looting because they're already where I am. And they're easy enough to clear.
All right, we're in business. The stabilizers are coming online, and the way looks clear, but I'm also getting spikes. The stability in your region is tanking. Get out of there. Fast.
Oh? What is that? I don't know what I'm looking at. Is that the gateway? Let's assume so. I'm glad I did this one last. That's the furthest away one from the gateway. You know, that map doesn't look very good to me. I have a pretty bad feeling about this one. Oh yeah. I think my chances are kind of 0. I could zoom in without stopping. It's a bit hard to read the map at this point. Oh boy, that is that where I'm going? Well, it better be. It's where we're going. Okay. I got some achievements for that, so
The sector
supposed it was good.
stabilizers are fully operational. You've got a straight shot toward the expansion wall.
One more thing. You may want to consider armoring up a bit. Once you cross that wall, the mid-zone is another beast altogether.
Okay. Actually made it. That was... like, that whole trip was good. Some of the dialogue I could have done without, but, you know. More of that. Like, once we're getting over the horrendous UI and pretty poor narrative, I sense potential here. Because, you know, the actual driving is cool. What's this game? It's a game where you... It's Stalker meets Euro Truck Sim. I'm gonna make some quick notes on my site, actually, while I'm here. I will continue this, but I like to have some early thoughts already there. I don't forget to add them later on. Really interesting premise. Both for world and the gameplay. Dreadful narrative. Where people talk without saying anything. UI that was designed by an early AI. I can say that I can't tell you anything about Francis. I don't. There's 3 characters, right? There's Ophelia, there's Francis, and there's a 3rd guy. I can't tell the difference between Francis and the 3rd guy because it doesn't matter. They're all just voice in a radio. It may as well be one person. If they happen to be saying something that helps me out, great. But most of the time, no. Most of the time I just feel like the Atlantic writer who's not supposed to be in the group chat. It's not even whether the characters themselves are good or bad. They just don't give me anything. I want to know about the world, about why I'm there, what I'm supposed to do, what we're trying to accomplish. But they keep talking as if I wasn't in the room. Because between each other, they know what mass hallucination was, they know what's been going on, they have a lot of answers. But they don't feel like explaining them in a way that would clue me in. And that's really obnoxious to listen to. It's not even like, oh, I want to know more about this. It's more like, oh, I don't even know where to begin asking questions. Yeah, it's just not a satisfying kind of mystery. It's kind of like you see something unique and interesting in the zone, and your question is, ooh, I wonder what this is. This is an exciting mystery that I would love to know more about. And the way they comment on it basically sounds like, you don't know what that is? Come on, dude. Wake up. Like, well, thanks. Radio people just consider you a creature that drives. Exactly. Exactly. It is a very well put. Very well put summary of that whole thing. No, the car and the driving is good. It's just repairing the car can be a pain in the ass because of the UI. And I do wish that there was actually a bit more to the car. Like I said, a good example of what I wish was a bit more demanding while driving specifically was like the windshield wipers. Because that is the whole center of the game. Like, you are driving the car and you are just trying to go from point A to point B. And the world is a bit hostile and preventing you from doing that. But they didn't really do as much as they could have with that driving. And the windshield wipers is a good, or at least an early example of that, where it's like, how does rain affect anything? Well, the first thing that I imagine that rain would affect you, at least on a dirt road, is visibility. I don't imagine I'm gonna lose control of the car because of the rain that easily with these speeds that I'm driving. But definitely it should affect visibility. And you have windshield wipers in their own control. So you'd think that it does something, but no. More freeform? Let the player find narration stuff and figuring out what's needed to progress. Yeah, I think one way that something like that could be achieved is rather than having a constant narration while in the car. Well, it's not constant, there's not that much, but rather than having all the dialogue while driving, how about you can actually have a conversation, at least a small conversation, like a two-way discussion while you're at the garage. But that's the only time you have communication with them, and once you leave, you're on your own. That could have been cool. My streak in danger? Oh, good call. After release, these developers went to commission talk about their narrative design. Oh no! Oh no! Oh, later on the wipers become more useful. Okay. But yeah, I guess I wish they would have gone more in the direction of whatever those simulators are, where you just drive in the mud very, very slowly. Kind of like that, Maybe more in that direction, less in the narrative, story-driven game direction. Because this really... It feels like it would be very suited for a game where you don't care about the grand big story that's being told step by step, but rather a game where the story is in the moments that happen to you along the way. Just naturally through gameplay. It's like, I don't care about the hallucination story arc. I care about that moment when I got stuck on a rock and I had to grab a rock and build a makeshift ramp to get off, and I spent a half an hour just trying to get my car moving again. Like, that's the real story of something like this, I think. Delivering a narrative at 88 miles per hour. Well, you don't go 88 miles per hour in this. More like 8 miles per hour. And I mean that as a good thing. Anyway, I gotta hop off. I will continue this. It's it got better in that last hour. After getting over to UI and the first narrative bumps, it got better. And I hope it continues to get better, and I hope it continues to focus on driving. Because then it has potential to be real good. Anyway, thank you for watching, have a good night, and see you later. Bye.